The sea is vast and timeless, holding secrets that have eluded humanity for centuries. Beneath the waves lies a world unseen, where light fades into darkness, and creatures move through the water like ghosts in their own domain. Among those who have sought to uncover these mysteries, there is one figure who stands apart: Captain Nemo, the enigmatic and legendary commander of the Nautilus. Captain Nemo has traveled the depths of the world's oceans, navigating trenches and caverns, exploring ruins, and encountering creatures both magnificent and terrifying. He is a man of deep curiosity and profound isolation, a visionary whose self-imposed exile beneath the waves has brought him knowledge far beyond that of the surface world. Now, as he prepares for a new journey, Nemo has invited a select few to join him on an unprecedented voyage into the unknown. The Nautilus itself is a marvel of engineering, a submarine crafted with the finest technology and materials. It moves silently, a phantom in the deep, with sleek lines and reinforced hulls that enable it to dive to unimaginable depths. Powered by advanced mechanisms and built to withstand the crushing pressures of the ocean, the Nautilus is both a vessel and a sanctuary. For Nemo, it represents his freedom, his knowledge, and his defiance of the world above. As Nemo briefs his new crew, his voice is calm and resolute, but his eyes reveal a glint of excitement and mystery. This is not a simple journey. It is an expedition into the farthest reaches of the ocean, a chance to witness sights that defy imagination, and to uncover secrets hidden in the dark. He speaks of sights they will encounter: ancient ruins submerged for millennia, marine life that has evolved in isolation, and places where even light itself has never ventured. Captain Nemo's words are filled with both reverence and warning. He describes the ocean as a world of immense beauty, yet one that demands respect. The sea, he says, is our host, and we are its guests. But beware. It is a host that does not tolerate arrogance. Respect it, and it will reveal wonders beyond your wildest dreams. But should you forget its power, you may find yourself among the countless souls who rest beneath its waves. The crew listens intently, drawn to the mystery and allure of Nemo's words. For each of them, this voyage offers something unique: a chance to see the world's deepest secrets, to unlock the mysteries of the ocean, and to be part of an adventure that few would ever dare to undertake. They are ready, knowing that whatever awaits them in the depths, this journey will forever change the way they see the ocean and themselves. As the Nautilus descends, the light from the surface fades, and the submarine is enveloped in the dark, shimmering blues of the deep ocean. Nemo stands at the helm, eyes fixed ahead, his mind already reaching toward the unknown realms they are about to explore. This is his world, his domain, and as the Nautilus glides further into the darkness, the crew feels the gravity of their decision. They have left behind the familiar world above, venturing into a place that defies human understanding, a place where science, mystery, and myth converge. The journey into the depths has begun. Chapter 1. Into the Unknown. The Nautilus descends steadily, leaving behind the sunlight and the familiar world of the surface. As the last rays of light filter down and disappear, the ocean around them deepens into a midnight blue, a vast and silent void that stretches in every direction. For the crew, this plunge into darkness feels like entering another world, one where time and distance lose their meaning, and where sight becomes useless without the Nautilus's powerful lights. Inside the submarine, Captain Nemo moves with calm purpose. He checks the dials and levers, ensuring that all systems are functioning perfectly. The Nautilus hums with life, its hull designed to withstand the immense pressure as they dive deeper than most humans have ever dared. Nemo stands at the helm, his gaze fixed on the darkness beyond the thick glass, his mind already reaching for the secrets he knows the ocean hides. This is not his first voyage, but every journey brings new discoveries, and the ocean, he knows, is never truly conquered. As the Nautilus sinks further, Nemo instructs his crew to activate the powerful external lights. With a flick of a switch, beams of brilliant light pierce the darkness, illuminating the world around them in ghostly whites and blues. Suddenly, the black void comes alive with shimmering forms. Schools of fish dart through the beams, their scales flashing silver in the artificial light. Strange, bioluminescent creatures drift past like stars in the night sky, their bodies glowing with hues of blue, green, and violet. The crew watches in awe as these creatures, so alien and delicate, move through the water, undisturbed by the massive submarine in their midst. Nemo points to one of these glowing creatures, a jellyfish with long, trailing tendrils that ripple gracefully in the current. Its body pulses with light, illuminating the water around it with a soft glow. These creatures, he says, his voice barely a whisper, carry their own light. They are their own stars in this dark world. The crew listens, captivated, as Nemo explains the phenomenon of bioluminescence, a mysterious adaptation that allows these beings to survive and communicate in the perpetual night of the deep ocean. As the Nautilus continues its descent, a shadow looms just beyond the lights. It is enormous and moves with a slow, deliberate grace, its shape barely discernible in the darkness. The crew catches their breath, and even Nemo's gaze sharpens. They are not alone here. Something else shares the deep with them. The shadow drifts closer, and as it passes through the light, the crew glimpses a massive creature. A whale, its dark form dwarfing the Nautilus. Its eye, ancient and intelligent, seems to regard them with quiet curiosity before it vanishes back into the dark. The presence of the whale leaves an eerie silence in its wake. For a moment, the crew feels the vastness of the ocean pressing in around them, the overwhelming realization that they are mere visitors in this world, fragile and small compared to the creatures that call it home. Nemo senses their unease and speaks with a calm that steadies them. "Remember," he says, "the ocean is both our host and our teacher. We are here to learn, to witness its secrets, not to disturb them." The Nautilus glides forward, and Nemo directs their course toward a canyon on the ocean floor, a massive rift in the seabed that descends even further into the Earth's crust. As they approach, the lights reveal jagged walls covered in strange corals and sponges, creatures adapted to the crushing pressure and the cold. Some are vibrant with color, while others appear ghostly pale, their bodies thin and fragile, swaying gently in the current. The crew marvels at the sheer diversity of life that thrives here, in conditions that seem unlivable. Nemo watches them with a faint smile, knowing that this glimpse of the ocean's resilience will change them, deepen their understanding of life itself. For Nemo, the ocean is a constant reminder of nature's adaptability, its beauty, and its raw power. He explains to the crew that even in the depths where light cannot reach, life finds a way. As they venture further into the canyon, a strange vibration hums through the Nautilus. It is subtle, barely perceptible, but enough to make the crew exchange uneasy glances. Nemo frowns and checks the instruments. The vibration grows and the lights catch a sudden movement ahead. Rocks tumbling from the canyon walls as the ocean floor shifts. A minor earthquake, common in these tectonically active zones, but a reminder of the geological forces at work in the ocean's depths. Nemo maneuvers the Nautilus away from the unstable walls, steering it out of the canyon and into safer waters. The crew feels a surge of relief, but Nemo's expression remains thoughtful. The Earth's crust, he explains, is thin here, unstable. We are witnessing the ocean's own restlessness, the constant shifting and changing of its landscape. His voice is filled with wonder, as though he views even these hazards as part of the ocean's allure, a testament to its dynamism and unpredictability. After the tremors settle, the Nautilus continues its journey, now descending toward a deep basin. Nemo encourages the crew to observe closely, for they are about to enter one of the most alien realms of the deep ocean. Here, in the stillness of the basin, the water is pitch black, and even the brightest lights seem to struggle against the darkness. The crew can barely see beyond the glass, and a sense of isolation settles over them, an awareness that they are miles beneath the surface, cut off from the world above. In this silence, in the vastness of the ocean's depths, the crew feels the weight of Nemo's world, the solitude, the beauty, and the unknown. They are adrift in a place that defies human understanding, a place that remains beyond the reach of even the most advanced technology. Nemo stands at the helm, his gaze unwavering, his mind fixed on the secrets that lie ahead. The Nautilus moves forward, and the crew, now silent and reflective, understands that they are on a journey not just into the ocean, but into the mysteries of existence itself. Here, beneath miles of water, they are free from the limits of the surface world, free to explore, to learn, and to marvel at the unknown. The depths are silent, but in this silence they feel the presence of something timeless, something that has watched over the ocean's hidden realms for millennia. Captain Nemo, his expression one of quiet satisfaction, guides the Nautilus into the next chapter of their journey, deeper still into the heart of the unknown. Chapter 2. The Lost City of Atlantis. The Nautilus glides through the silent depths, its lights casting long beams across the ocean floor. The darkness around them is complete, interrupted only by the occasional flicker of bioluminescent creatures drifting by. Captain Nemo studies his instruments with a focused intensity, guiding the submarine deeper toward a destination known only to him. His crew, sensing that something significant lies ahead, waits in suspense, watching the dark expanse beyond the glass. Suddenly, a structure materializes out of the darkness, a massive stone column, its surface worn but unmistakably carved by human hands. As the Nautilus approaches, more structures emerge from the shadows, archways, statues, and broken pillars, all half buried in the sand. The crew gasps in awe as the lights reveal a sprawling cityscape, ancient and majestic, lying in ruins on the ocean floor. Captain Nemo stands at the helm, his expression filled with reverence. "Behold, the lost city of Atlantis," he says softly, his voice carrying a tone of both triumph and sorrow. For Nemo, this discovery is more than a legend. It is a testament to a civilization lost to time, a place once filled with life, art, and knowledge, now lying in silent decay beneath the waves. The crew watches, transfixed, as the lights of the Nautilus sweep over the ruins, illuminating faded mosaics, crumbling statues, and intricate carvings that hint at the grandeur of the city that once thrived here. As they navigate the ruins, the crew sees evidence of a civilization that was advanced and visionary. Stone walls rise from the sand, etched with symbols and depictions of gods, warriors, and scholars. Statues of figures clad in flowing robes stand guard over the ruins, their faces serene, as if keeping a silent vigil over the city they once served. Some statues have been eroded by centuries of water, their features softened, giving them a ghostly, ethereal quality. Nemo guides the Nautilus closer to one of the statues, a towering figure with arms raised as though in invocation. He explains that many believe Atlantis was a place of wisdom and power, a hub of knowledge that held secrets of the universe. This was no ordinary city, Nemo murmurs, his gaze distant. They understood the ocean, the stars, perhaps even the nature of existence itself. But, as with all great empires, they were brought down, consumed by their own ambition or by forces beyond their control. The crew listens, entranced, as Nemo shares the legend of Atlantis, how it was said to be a city of immense wealth and knowledge, a place where science and spirituality were intertwined. Some say Atlantis was destroyed by a great natural disaster, swallowed by the sea in a single day and night. Others believe it was a punishment for the city's hubris, a warning to those who would seek too much power. Nemo, however, believes that Atlantis represents the fragility of human endeavor, a reminder that even the mightiest civilizations are vulnerable to nature's relentless forces. As they move deeper into the ruins, the crew spots an ancient inscription carved into the base of a crumbling column. Nemo directs the Nautilus to pause, and they illuminate the carving, revealing a message in a language that has long since vanished from human memory. The symbols are foreign, yet oddly familiar, as though they contain universal truths that transcend language. Nemo observes the inscription in silence, his face filled with a strange, haunted look. "They left this for us," he says, almost to himself. "A warning, or perhaps a lesson." The inscription speaks of a cataclysm, a force that swept through Atlantis, tearing its foundations apart and dragging it into the ocean's depths. The words are both a lament and a caution, hinting that the Atlanteans foresaw their end but were powerless to stop it. The crew shivers, feeling the weight of these ancient words and the tragedy they represent. Here, buried beneath layers of silt and sand, lies a story of loss and ruin, a city that, despite its greatness, could not withstand the relentless tides of time. Continuing through the city, they encounter an enormous domed structure, partially collapsed but still imposing. Nemo explains that this may have been a library or a temple, a place where the Atlanteans gathered to study and worship. The crew enters carefully, their lights revealing shelves lined with strange, coral-encrusted objects that once might have held books or scrolls. Statues of robed figures are positioned around the dome, each holding what appear to be celestial instruments, tools that might have been used to map the stars or to understand the movements of the cosmos. The crew moves cautiously, feeling as though they are intruders in a place of deep reverence. Nemo regards the domed structure with solemn respect, as if recognizing the knowledge it once housed. This place, he says, was their sanctuary, a place of learning, a repository of wisdom. But even the greatest minds could not save them. His voice holds a trace of sadness, a lament for the knowledge lost to the depths along with Atlantis itself. As they explore, an odd sensation begins to settle over the crew, a feeling of being watched. The statues seem to follow them with their hollow, unseeing eyes, and the silence feels heavier, almost alive. Nemo remains unfazed, his demeanor calm, but the crew senses a subtle tension in the air, as though Atlantis itself resents being disturbed. They move with greater caution, aware that they are visitors in a place that does not welcome strangers easily. Before they leave, Nemo pauses to take one last look at the ruins, his gaze lingering on the broken archways and the faded mosaics. Atlantis was a place of wisdom, he says, and yet it was claimed by the sea, like so many secrets before it. We are not so different, we who explore and seek to understand. But we must remember that the ocean gives and takes as it pleases. Its power is absolute, and we are merely its guests. With a quiet sense of reverence, the Nautilus departs from the lost city, leaving the ruins of Atlantis in their eternal rest. As they move away, the city fades into darkness once more, the shadows reclaiming its ancient secrets. The crew, shaken and awed, understands that they have witnessed something few have ever seen. They carry with them a memory of Atlantis, a city both magnificent and doomed, a reminder of the ocean's power and the fleeting nature of human achievement. For Nemo, Atlantis represents the delicate balance between knowledge and humility, a lesson that echoes through the depths as they continue their journey. They leave behind the silent ruins, but the memory of Atlantis lingers in their minds, a haunting reminder that even the most advanced civilizations are no match for the relentless tide of time and the mysteries of the deep. Chapter 3. The Giant Squid Attack. The Nautilus glides steadily through the dark waters, leaving the ruins of Atlantis behind. The crew is quiet, reflecting on the profound mysteries they have just witnessed. Captain Nemo is at the helm, his expression calm but vigilant, his thoughts always a step ahead, prepared for whatever the ocean may bring. Yet, even with all his experience, there are forces within the ocean that defy anticipation. Creatures that dwell in the deepest, darkest places, unseen by most and unknown to science. As the Nautilus moves forward, the water around them grows eerily still, an unsettling silence settling over the submarine. The crew exchanges uneasy glances, sensing a shift in the atmosphere. The usual bioluminescent glow of passing creatures is absent, and the ocean feels emptier, darker, as though they have entered a realm untouched by life. Nemo notices the change and instructs the crew to stay alert, his voice steady but filled with a subtle tension. Suddenly, a shadow appears in the distance, faint at first but growing rapidly larger as it moves toward them. It seems to float in the water, almost blending into the dark, but as it approaches, the crew realizes that they are looking at something enormous, something alive. Captain Nemo signals the lights, illuminating the massive form, and there, emerging from the shadows, is a colossal squid, its tentacles stretching far longer than the Nautilus itself. The creature's eyes, large and reflective, shine in the beam of the Nautilus's lights, watching the submarine with an intelligence that feels both alien and ancient. The squid's skin shimmers faintly, a dark, oily hue that glistens as it moves. Its tentacles drift in the water like giant serpents, each lined with suction cups as large as dinner plates. For a moment, the crew stares in awe, transfixed by the sheer scale and presence of the creature, which seems to embody the mysteries and power of the ocean. Then, with a sudden burst of speed, the squid lashes out, one of its massive tentacles slamming into the Nautilus with a force that reverberates through the hull. The impact knocks the crew off balance, and alarms blare as the submarine rocks violently. Nemo reacts instantly. issuing commands with calm precision, instructing the crew to secure the vessel and prepare for defense. "We are in its territory," he says firmly. "This creature will not let us pass without a fight." Another tentacle wraps around the Nautilus, followed by another, each one gripping the hull with terrifying strength. The metal groans under the pressure, and the crew feels the submarine shudder as the squid tightens its hold, determined to pull its prey into the depths. Nemo assesses the situation swiftly, knowing that their survival depends on quick, decisive action. He orders the crew to activate the electrical charges installed on the exterior of the Nautilus, a defense mechanism designed for just such encounters. The crew scrambles to their stations, following Nemo's orders with steely resolve, despite the fear that courses through them. They activate the charges, sending a surge of electricity through the hull. The shock hits the squid, and for a brief moment, it releases its grip, its tentacles recoiling as the current courses through its body. The crew seizes the opportunity, attempting to maneuver the Nautilus away, but the squid is relentless, recovering almost instantly and lashing out once more. The submarine shakes under the assault, and the crew can feel the crushing force of the squid's hold tightening again. Nemo knows that they must act quickly, or risk being torn apart. He orders the lights to be focused on the creature's massive eye, a weak point that might give them an advantage. As the intense beam hits the eye, the squid flinches, momentarily disoriented. Seizing the chance, Nemo commands the crew to increase the electrical charge, hitting the creature with a second, more powerful shock. The squid convulses, releasing the Nautilus, its tentacles retracting as it thrashes in the water. For a moment, it hovers, as though deciding whether to attack again, but then it retreats, its massive body disappearing back into the darkness, leaving only a cloud of inky blackness in its wake. The Nautilus stabilizes, and the crew lets out a collective sigh of relief, the tension in the air easing as the creature vanishes from sight. Captain Nemo stands at the helm, his gaze fixed on the spot where the squid disappeared. "A formidable opponent," he says quietly, a note of respect in his voice. For Nemo, this encounter is a reminder of the ocean's raw, untamable power, a force that can never be fully understood or conquered. He turns to his crew, his expression serious. "The ocean gives us wonders," he says, "but it demands respect. We were fortunate today. Remember this encounter, for it is a lesson in the strength and resilience of the world we explore." The crew nods, still shaken but filled with a renewed respect for the ocean's mysteries. They know they have survived an encounter with a creature that embodies the power of the deep, a reminder that the ocean is both beautiful and dangerous. Each of them feels the weight of Nemo's words, understanding that their journey is as much about humility as it is about discovery. As the Nautilus continues on its course, the crew takes stock of the damage. Though shaken, the submarine is still intact, a testament to its design and the skill of its captain. Nemo reviews the instruments, ensuring that all systems are functioning, and then, satisfied, he gives the order to press forward. For him, each encounter, each danger, is part of the journey, a test of courage and resilience, a reminder that the ocean's depths hold secrets both wondrous and deadly. The crew, now more aware than ever of the risks they face, resumes their positions, their minds filled with the image of the giant squid and the sheer force it wielded. They understand that this journey will test them in ways they had not imagined, pushing them to confront not only the ocean's mysteries, but their own courage as well. Yet, despite the danger, each of them feels a sense of excitement, a thrill that only the unknown can provide. Captain Nemo, his eyes calm and resolute, guides the Nautilus onward, deeper into the ocean's embrace. The giant squid, a guardian of the deep, has tested them, but their journey is far from over. There are greater wonders yet to see, greater challenges yet to face, and as they continue into the unknown, the crew understands that they are part of an adventure that will linger in their minds long after they return to the surface. Chapter 4. The Underwater Volcano. As the Nautilus moves deeper into the ocean's dark embrace, Captain Nemo directs the submarine toward a region he describes as the fire beneath the waves. The crew listens intently as Nemo explains that they are approaching an area of intense geothermal activity, where underwater volcanoes and hydrothermal vents release scalding water and volcanic gases into the sea. This is a landscape where the Earth itself seems alive, a realm of fire hidden within the depths of the ocean. Soon, the water around them begins to change, growing warmer, the darkness punctuated by faint, fiery glows emanating from the seafloor. The Nautilus slows, and Nemo activates the submarine's external cameras, projecting the scene onto the vessel's monitors so the crew can witness the phenomenon in safety. Outside, the lights reveal towering chimneys of mineral deposits, releasing plumes of superheated water into the ocean. These hydrothermal vents, often called black smokers, create an otherworldly landscape, as though they are peering into a vision of Earth's primordial past. Captain Nemo stands by the monitors, his face illuminated by the strange, fiery glow. "This," he says, gesturing to the vents, "is where life may have begun. Deep beneath the waves, far from sunlight, nourished by the heat and minerals from the Earth itself. These vents support entire ecosystems, creatures that survive in conditions most would find uninhabitable." The crew stares in awe, watching as strange and resilient life forms. Tube worms, giant clams, and crabs move around the vents, their bodies adapted to withstand the extreme heat and high levels of toxic minerals. As they navigate further, the landscape becomes more chaotic, the seafloor broken and jagged, as if fractured by the Earth's restless energy. Nemo explains that this area lies along tectonic plate boundaries, where the Earth's crust is thin and vulnerable to movement. Here, the seafloor is constantly shifting, pushed and pulled by forces unseen. These volcanic ridges are part of the mid-ocean ridge, he tells the crew. The Earth's surface is a patchwork of plates, always moving, always reshaping our world. And here, we witness that process in action. The Nautilus ventures closer to one of the largest vents, its structure towering above them like a spire of fire and stone. Jets of superheated water, dark with minerals, erupt from the vent, illuminating the surrounding water with an eerie amber glow. The crew watches in fascination as lava flows slowly from cracks in the seafloor, cooling into strange, jagged formations that look almost otherworldly. In this place, life and geology are intertwined, a dance of fire and water that has continued for millions of years. Suddenly, the ground beneath them shudders, and a low rumble reverberates through the Nautilus. Nemo reacts instantly, checking the instruments. "Prepare yourselves," he warns. "The volcanoes here are unpredictable, and we are in the heart of their domain." The crew feels a surge of adrenaline as the seafloor shakes again, more violently this time. Outside, the vents roar louder, expelling larger plumes of gas and ash, and the water around the Nautilus grows murky with volcanic debris. As the tremors intensify, Nemo orders the crew to increase the Nautilus's distance from the vents. They watch in tense silence as cracks begin to appear in the sea floor, releasing streams of lava that snake across the ocean bed. The submarine maneuvers carefully, avoiding the flow of molten rock and the sudden bursts of gas that shoot up from the fissures. The temperature inside the Nautilus rises slightly, a reminder of the intense heat outside. Then, in an explosive moment, a nearby vent erupts with a force that shakes the Nautilus to its core. A massive column of superheated water and steam shoots upward, carrying fragments of rock and ash into the water around them. The crew braces as the submarine rocks, the pressure momentarily increasing as waves of heated water surge around them. Nemo remains calm, his hands steady on the controls, guiding the Nautilus away from the blast zone with practiced skill. The eruption subsides, but the crew can feel the tension in the water, the volatile energy of the volcanic field around them. They know that any miscalculation could be fatal, that the power of the Earth's inner forces is far greater than anything they could counter. And yet, within this danger lies a beauty unlike anything they have ever seen. They watch as the lava cools in the water, forming strange, glassy structures that glitter in the lights, remnants of an eruption that has shaped the very landscape of the ocean floor. Captain Nemo turns to his crew, his expression solemn but filled with a sense of wonder. "The ocean hides many worlds," he says, "but few are as ancient and powerful as this. Here we see the Earth's past, its beginning, and perhaps its future. These forces shape our world, even if we are far from their reach on land." His words resonate with the crew, reminding them of the ocean's role as both a creator and destroyer, a force that has given rise to life and reshaped continents. The Nautilus continues to move cautiously through the volcanic field, navigating past smaller eruptions and avoiding unstable ground. The crew watches as the vents continue to release plumes of gas and ash, their steady rhythm a testament to the Earth's ongoing geological activity. They feel a profound respect for the power and resilience of the planet, for the forces that have shaped it over millennia and continue to do so. Finally, as they clear the volcanic region, the water around them cools, and the fiery glow fades into the darkness once more. The Nautilus is intact, a testament to its engineering and to Nemo's skill in navigating these treacherous waters. The crew takes a collective breath, grateful to have witnessed such a powerful display of nature's forces, and relieved to have escaped unharmed. Captain Nemo stands at the helm, his eyes thoughtful as he watches the volcanic field recede behind them. For him, this journey is a reminder of the delicate balance that exists between exploration and respect for the natural world. "We have seen the heart of the earth," he says quietly, "a place of creation, of destruction, of endless transformation. This is the ocean's hidden world, and it is a privilege to witness it." As the Nautilus glides away, the crew reflects on the encounter, feeling a renewed sense of awe for the ocean's mysteries. They know that there is more to discover, that the ocean holds countless secrets yet to be uncovered. But they also understand the importance of humility, of respecting the forces that govern the world they explore. The Nautilus presses on, deeper into the unknown, leaving behind the fiery vents and the trembling earth. They are once more surrounded by the silence of the deep, a reminder that, in the face of nature's power, even the greatest explorers are merely visitors. But in this silence, they feel a thrill, a sense of purpose, knowing that they are part of a journey that transcends the limits of human knowledge, a journey into the very heart of the Earth's mysteries. Chapter 5. The Crystal Caverns. The Nautilus glides onward, leaving the volcanic field far behind as it ventures into cooler, quieter waters. After the intense power of the undersea eruptions, the silence feels almost comforting, as though the ocean itself is taking a deep breath. Captain Nemo stands at the helm, his gaze steady as he guides the submarine deeper, his instincts honed by years of exploration. The crew is still on edge from their encounter with the volcanic vents, but a sense of calm begins to settle over them, their minds turning once more to the mysteries ahead. The sonar picks up a strange formation in the distance, a faint echo that hints at something unusual in the depths. Nemo studies the instruments, intrigued by the unusual readings. He steers the Nautilus in the direction of the formation, feeling the familiar thrill of discovery that drives him into the ocean's most hidden realms. As they approach, the water around them begins to lighten, illuminated by a faint, almost magical glow that seems to radiate from the very walls of the seafloor. Finally, the Nautilus comes to a stop in front of an opening in the ocean floor, a cavern entrance that seems to pulse with an otherworldly light. Nemo's eyes narrow as he takes in the sight, an expression of both wonder and excitement on his face. "Prepare yourselves," he tells the crew. "We are about to witness something few have ever seen." With cautious movements, the Nautilus edges into the cavern, its lights sweeping over the rocky walls as they enter. Inside, the crew gasps as they behold the sight before them. An enormous cave lined with towering crystal formations, each one shimmering with an iridescent glow that casts rainbows across the submarine's glass. The crystals vary in size and color. Some are clear as ice, while others are deep blues, greens, and purples, their surfaces smooth and reflective. The entire cavern seems to pulse with a gentle luminescence, a soft, ethereal light that gives the cave an almost enchanted quality. Captain Nemo allows the Nautilus to drift slowly through the cavern, giving the crew a chance to absorb the breathtaking beauty surrounding them. The crystals seem to stretch endlessly upward, creating a cathedral-like space that feels sacred and timeless. Nemo's voice is quiet, reverent as he speaks. These crystals were formed over millennia, shaped by the pressures of the earth and the minerals within the water. They are a reminder that beauty exists even in the darkest places. The crew watches in silent awe as beams of light reflect off the crystals, creating patterns of color that dance across the walls. The air inside the Nautilus feels almost hushed, as though they have entered a place untouched by human hands, a realm that exists beyond time. The crystals seem alive, their surfaces capturing and refracting the submarine's lights in endless, shifting hues. It is as though they have stumbled into a hidden palace of light and color, a treasure that nature has hidden away from the world. Captain Nemo directs the lights toward a particularly large crystal, its surface clear and flawless like polished glass. Inside, faint swirls of color shift and flow, like a frozen rainbow. These formations, he explains, are not only beautiful, they are ancient. Each layer of crystal represents a different time, a different era. To look at them is to look back through the ages, to witness the Earth's history in solid form. As they move further into the cavern, they encounter a small pool of water nestled among the crystals, its surface undisturbed and perfectly clear. Nemo pauses, observing the pool thoughtfully. He explains that such pools often contain unique forms of life, creatures that have adapted to the isolated environment within the cavern. In places like this, he says, life finds a way, even when it seems impossible. The ocean is full of secrets, and some of its greatest marvels are hidden in places like these. To their astonishment, the crew sees small, ghostly organisms swimming in the pool, tiny, translucent creatures that glow faintly in the crystal light. Their movements are slow and graceful, as though they are part of the cavern itself. Nemo watches them with a soft smile, a rare expression of gentleness. Even here, he murmurs, life persists. It is resilient, adaptable, finding beauty even in isolation. The cavern is silent, save for the faint hum of the Nautilus's systems. The crew feels a deep sense of peace as they drift through this hidden sanctuary, captivated by the quiet, shimmering beauty around them. Here, far from the sun and the waves, they feel as though they have entered a place untouched by the chaos of the surface world. It is a realm of tranquility, a hidden oasis of light and color that defies the harshness of the ocean beyond. Nemo allows the Nautilus to hover in the cavern for a while longer, giving the crew a chance to fully absorb the experience. He watches their expressions, noting the wonder in their eyes, the awe that comes from witnessing something truly rare. For Nemo, these moments are what make exploration worthwhile. The discovery of places that inspire reverence, that remind him of the ocean's capacity to create beauty in the most unexpected places. As they prepare to leave, Nemo takes one last look at the crystals, his face contemplative. "Remember this place," he says to the crew. "It is a reminder that the ocean, like life, holds wonders that cannot be forced or rushed. They reveal themselves only to those who are willing to look, to those who respect the mysteries of the world." The crew nods, understanding the significance of his words. They know they have been given a glimpse of something truly extraordinary, a treasure hidden away in the ocean's depths. As the Nautilus slowly backs out of the cavern, the crew feels a sense of gratitude, humbled by the beauty they have witnessed. They know that places like this are rare, that such moments are fleeting, and they carry with them a memory that will last a lifetime. As they exit the cavern, the ocean's darkness closes in around them once more, but the light of the crystal caverns lingers in their minds, a reminder of the wonders that lie hidden beneath the waves. Captain Nemo, his eyes reflecting the colors of the crystals, guides the Nautilus onward, deeper into the unknown. For him, every discovery, every hidden realm, is a piece of the ocean's endless mystery, a journey that is both humbling and uplifting, a reminder of the beauty that exists beyond the limits of human understanding. The Nautilus continues on its course, leaving the crystal caverns to their timeless slumber, untouched and unseen by the world above. But for Nemo and his crew, this place will remain forever etched in their memories, a symbol of the ocean's power to create beauty in the depths of darkness. They sail onward, hearts filled with a quiet reverence, knowing that they have witnessed one of the ocean's greatest secrets, and that there are still countless wonders left to uncover. Chapter 6. The Abyssal Trench, the Depths of Darkness. As the Nautilus descends further into the ocean's blackened depths, the crew feels the weight of the water pressing in around them, an unseen force that grows heavier with each passing mile. Captain Nemo has guided them into one of the deepest regions of the ocean, the Abyssal Trench. Here, miles beneath the surface, light does not penetrate, and the pressure is immense. The crew watches their depth gauges, feeling a mix of fear and fascination as they descend into a world few have ever seen. Nemo explains that the abyssal zone is a realm beyond the reach of sunlight, a place where life has evolved in isolation and darkness. This is the ocean's final frontier, where the water is near freezing, and the pressure is so intense that only the most resilient forms of life can survive. "We are visitors here," he says, his voice calm but firm. "This is a world that exists without us, a place that defies human understanding." The lights on the Nautilus are turned down, their beams focused directly ahead to avoid drawing attention to themselves. The water around them is pitch black, a void that stretches endlessly in every direction. The crew members can feel the silence pressing in, a suffocating stillness that fills them with awe and trepidation. Outside the submarine's hull, strange, ghostly shapes drift in the darkness, creatures that have adapted to the abyssal depths, their bodies translucent and almost alien in appearance. Suddenly, one of the lights catches a movement in the darkness, a faint, pulsing glow. The crew peers out, straining their eyes to make sense of the dimly lit figure that moves just beyond their view. Nemo adjusts the lights, revealing a creature unlike anything they have ever seen. It is long and serpentine, with thin, delicate fins that undulate through the water. Its body emits a soft, eerie bioluminescent glow, casting a faint light across the submarine. The creature's eyes are large and adapted for the darkness, its movements slow and graceful, as if floating through a dream. The crew watches, captivated, as the creature drifts past, oblivious to the submarine in its midst. "Bioluminescence," Nemo murmurs, more to himself than to the crew. These creatures have adapted to create their own light, a way to navigate and survive in a world where darkness is absolute. The crew listens, feeling a profound respect for the life that thrives here, for the resilience of creatures that have adapted to the abyss. As they venture deeper, the Nautilus encounters other strange organisms. Jellyfish with long, trailing tendrils that glow like threads of fire. Fish with transparent bodies and rows of tiny lights along their sides, and massive, tube-like creatures anchored to the ocean floor, their mouths open wide to filter the water around them. The crew is in awe of the sheer diversity and uniqueness of life that exists in the depths. Creatures that seem more like inhabitants of an alien planet than Earth. The water around them grows even darker, the silence more intense. The crew feels as though they are moving through a realm untouched by time, a place where life exists on its own terms, far removed from the surface world. Nemo instructs them to brace themselves as they approach the bottom of the trench, where the pressure is at its greatest. Every part of the Nautilus has been designed to withstand this crushing force, but the weight of the water presses down with an intensity that even the most seasoned crew members can feel. The submarine comes to rest at the very bottom of the trench, an expanse of flat, soft sediment that stretches out in every direction. The lights reveal a strange landscape, littered with skeletal remains and the occasional rock formation, a reminder of the harshness of this environment. Nemo scans the surroundings, his face contemplative. "This is the ocean's graveyard," he says quietly, "a place where the remains of countless creatures come to rest, drawn down by gravity and time. Here, even the strongest are brought low." Suddenly, a tremor shakes the Nautilus, a faint but unmistakable rumble that sends a ripple through the water. The crew looks to Nemo, alarmed, but he is calm, focused. "We are close to a tectonic fault line," he explains. "These trenches are formed by the shifting of the Earth's crust. The pressure and movement here are constant, a reminder of the forces that shape our world. The tremor subsides, and the Nautilus remains steady, but the crew feels a heightened sense of vulnerability. They are at the mercy of the Earth's power, surrounded by forces that care nothing for human life. The darkness presses in once more, and the crew realizes that they are truly alone in this place, isolated in a way that few have ever experienced. As they prepare to ascend, Nemo orders the lights to be turned off for a moment, allowing the crew to experience the abyssal darkness in its purest form. The lights blink out, and the submarine is plunged into a darkness so complete that it feels almost tangible. The crew feels an overwhelming sense of isolation, as though they have been swallowed by the depths, adrift in a void that stretches forever. In the pitch black, Nemo speaks softly, his voice barely audible. "This is the heart of the ocean," he says, "a place beyond light, beyond sound, beyond human understanding. We are but visitors here, witnesses to a world that exists in silence and shadow. Remember this feeling, this sense of awe and respect, for it is the only way to truly understand the ocean's depths." After a few moments, the lights come back on, illuminating the abyss once more. The crew breathes a sigh of relief, grateful for the return of light, yet forever changed by the experience of total darkness. They know that they have touched the edge of the unknown, that they have witnessed a place that defies description, a realm that challenges the limits of human perception. Captain Nemo gives the order to ascend, and the Nautilus begins its slow rise, leaving the trench behind. The crew watches as the abyssal plain recedes below them, disappearing into the shadows once more. They feel a sense of accomplishment, a quiet pride in having ventured so deep, yet they are humbled by the vastness of the ocean, by the knowledge that they have seen only a fraction of its mysteries. As they rise, the pressure lessens, and the water grows lighter. The crew exchanges glances, each of them carrying the memory of the abyss within them, a reminder of the ocean's boundless mystery. Captain Nemo remains at the helm, his gaze fixed on the path ahead. For him, each journey into the depths is a step closer to understanding, a journey not just into the ocean, but into the heart of existence itself. The Nautilus ascends, moving toward the surface, but the memory of the abyss lingers. They have ventured into a world beyond light, beyond sound, a place that exists in perfect silence. And, as they leave the trench behind, the crew knows that they carry a piece of that darkness with them, a reminder that the ocean, like life itself, is filled with wonders that will forever elude human understanding. The return to the surface. After countless miles traveled and untold wonders seen, the Nautilus makes its steady ascent, rising from the darkest reaches of the ocean back toward the surface world. The journey has taken Captain Nemo and his crew to places where light does not exist, where creatures thrive in the most extreme conditions, and where the earth itself reveals its timeless power. As they approach the surface, a sense of reverence settles over the crew, each of them acutely aware that they have ventured into realms few have ever witnessed. Captain Nemo gathers his crew, his gaze calm but thoughtful. They stand together in the quiet hum of the submarine, surrounded by memories of the crystal caverns, the ancient ruins of Atlantis, the fiery underwater volcano, and the abyssal trench where the ocean seemed to stretch into infinity. For Nemo, this journey has been more than an exploration. It has been a testament to the resilience of life, the power of nature, and the endless mysteries that the ocean holds. Each of you has seen the ocean's secrets, Nemo says, his voice carrying a quiet intensity. You have glimpsed its beauty, its danger, its relentless power. This journey is a reminder that we, as explorers, are not its conquerors. The ocean will always be beyond our grasp, a world that lives and breathes on its own terms. The crew listens, feeling the weight of his words, understanding the profound respect that Nemo holds for the ocean. For him, each discovery, each perilous encounter, is part of a larger understanding that the ocean is as ancient as time itself, and its mysteries are woven into the fabric of existence. The crew realizes that this journey has not just shown them the wonders of the deep. It has also revealed the limits of human knowledge and the need for humility in the face of such vastness. As the Nautilus reaches the surface, the sunlight begins to filter through the water above, casting a soft glow into the submarine. After weeks of darkness, the light feels warm and comforting, a reminder of the world they left behind. The crew watches as the waves come into view, the familiar blue sky above, a stark contrast to the dark, silent world they have left beneath. Nemo, however, remains contemplative, his gaze lingering on the depths. For him, the surface is a temporary home, a place to resupply and rest, but his heart belongs to the ocean. It is in the depths, in the silence and solitude, that he finds peace. The Nautilus, too, is a vessel of freedom, a way for him to escape the constraints of the surface and to embrace the mysteries of the sea. Before disembarking, Nemo addresses his crew one final time. "Remember what you have seen," he says. "Share it with those who will listen, but know that the ocean keeps its secrets well. We have been privileged to glimpse them, but there is much that will remain hidden, mysteries that no human will ever uncover." With a quiet nod, Nemo releases the crew, leaving them to their thoughts. They step onto the deck, breathing in the fresh air, feeling the sun on their faces, yet each of them carries a memory of the journey, a piece of the ocean's darkness, a spark of its light, a sense of wonder that will stay with them forever. As they watch the waves lap against the hull of the Nautilus, they realize that they have been part of something extraordinary, a journey that transcends mere exploration. They have ventured to the edge of the known world and beyond, and in doing so, they have discovered not only the mysteries of the ocean, but also the depths of their own courage, curiosity, and respect for the world around them. The Nautilus prepares to submerge once more, leaving the surface behind as it dives into the blue expanse. Captain Nemo stands at the helm, his gaze fixed on the path ahead, his heart drawn to the mysteries that still lie hidden beneath the waves. For him, the journey is never truly over. The ocean calls to him, an endless invitation to explore, to discover, to marvel at the wonders that lie beyond human understanding. And, as the submarine descends once more, the crew watches the water close in around them, a final farewell to the surface. They know they are leaving behind the familiar, but they are returning to a world that holds endless secrets, a world that will continue to inspire awe and respect as long as there are those brave enough to seek its depths. The Nautilus slips beneath the waves, vanishing into the deep, leaving only ripples on the surface. The ocean, vast and timeless, reclaims it once more, and Captain Nemo, along with his faithful crew, sails onward, a part of the ocean's endless story. A story that will continue long after they are gone, a testament to the power and beauty of the sea. The Legacy of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, a journey through imagination, exploration, and science fiction. In 1870, Jules Verne introduced the world to a story that would captivate readers for generations and inspire future explorers, scientists, and dreamers. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. This novel wasn't merely a tale of adventure. It was a groundbreaking work that pushed the boundaries of imagination, scientific inquiry, and storytelling. Set against the backdrop of an era when the mysteries of the ocean were still largely unknown, Verne's story unfolded with a sense of wonder and daring that appealed to readers' sense of adventure and curiosity. At its core, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is the story of the enigmatic Captain Nemo and his submarine, the Nautilus, a vessel ahead of its time in both technology and purpose. Captain Nemo, a man of profound intellect and personal pain, rejects the society above and instead chooses to explore the ocean's depths, embracing solitude as he delves into the mysteries beneath the waves. Nemo's character is both a visionary and a tragic figure, embodying the romantic ideal of a lone, tortured genius. His motives remain as enigmatic as the ocean itself, and his knowledge of the sea is unparalleled. Nemo becomes a symbol of exploration, rebellion, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. A figure who seeks understanding but refuses to submit to the conventions of society. Jules Verne was ahead of his time, envisioning a submarine that could navigate the ocean's depths with ease and sophistication. The Nautilus was an engineering marvel, a vessel equipped with advanced propulsion, air purification systems, and extensive scientific equipment that allowed Nemo to travel and survive in the uncharted realms of the deep sea. In Verne's time, submarines were in their infancy, and human understanding of the ocean was minimal. Yet Verne imagined a world where such a vessel could exist, pushing the boundaries of contemporary science and influencing future innovations in marine technology. His descriptions of the Nautilus and its underwater capabilities were detailed and visionary, grounded in scientific principles, yet embellished with imaginative flourishes. Beyond its technological foresight, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea stands as one of the earliest examples of science fiction, a genre that Verne helped pioneer. While other works of fiction had delved into imaginative worlds, Verne's approach was rooted in the plausible, drawing on his understanding of contemporary science and combining it with speculative elements. This approach not only allowed readers to immerse themselves in a world of fantasy, but also inspired them to consider the possibilities of human ingenuity and exploration. The novel was part of Verne's Extraordinary Voyages series, where he sought to educate as well as entertain, providing readers with glimpses into the unknown regions of Earth, from the center of the planet to the vastness of space. The novel's release marked a pivotal moment in literature and society, reflecting the Victorian era's fascination with exploration and scientific discovery. During the 19th century, society was undergoing rapid technological change, with advances in transportation, industry, and communications revolutionizing daily life. The notion of exploring uncharted territories was as appealing as it was timely, and Verne's novel captured the essence of this spirit. At a time when many of the world's frontiers were being mapped and studied, the ocean represented one of the last great unexplored realms. Verne's novel tapped into this curiosity, fueling readers' fascination with the mysteries of the sea and their hopes that technology could someday allow humanity to unlock those secrets. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea also played a significant role in influencing popular culture, inspiring adaptations in film, theater, and art. From early 20th century silent films to Walt Disney's iconic 1954 adaptation, The story of Captain Nemo and the Nautilus has been retold and reimagined countless times. Each adaptation brings its own interpretation of the characters, the technology, and the underwater worlds that Verne created, highlighting the novel's enduring appeal. The character of Captain Nemo, in particular, has fascinated audiences with his complex personality, blending noble ideals with a deep-seated desire for revenge and autonomy. This complexity has allowed for numerous interpretations, each adding new layers to his legacy as a tragic, enigmatic figure. The novel's impact extends beyond the realm of literature and film. It also had a profound influence on the development of marine science and technology. The Nautilus inspired early submarine designers, with some of its features foreshadowing real-life innovations. Verne's descriptions of underwater exploration predicted advancements in diving technology and marine biology, encouraging scientists and inventors to consider the ocean as a new frontier for discovery. Figures like Jacques Cousteau and the engineers of the bathyscaphe Trieste, the first manned vessel to reach the bottom of the Mariana Trench, acknowledged the influence of Verne's novel in inspiring their work. In this way, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea bridged the gap between fiction and reality, demonstrating the power of imagination to drive scientific progress. Beyond technology, the novel raises themes that resonate even today: the human desire for freedom, the allure of discovery, and the limits of scientific ambition. Captain Nemo's isolation beneath the sea reflects a philosophical exploration of solitude and autonomy, a choice to distance oneself from society and its injustices. His character confronts readers with questions about the ethics of science and the consequences of unchecked ambition. By retreating from the world, Nemo finds solace and purpose in the ocean, yet he also becomes a prisoner of his own decisions, bound to the sea by his refusal to compromise with society. This dichotomy makes Nemo both a hero and an anti-hero, a character who embodies both the potential and the peril of human ambition. In modern times, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea has taken on new layers of significance, especially as exploration of the deep sea continues and concerns about environmental conservation grow. The novel reminds us of the ocean's mysteries and the impact of human activities on its delicate ecosystems. Captain Nemo's love for the ocean, his respect for its creatures, and his desire to protect it from exploitation resonate with contemporary discussions about marine conservation. As scientists discover more about the ocean's depths and uncover new species in the abyss, Verne's vision of a world filled with undiscovered wonders remains as relevant as ever. In many ways, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is a novel that transcends its era, continuing to inspire readers to question, to explore, and to respect the world around them. Jules Verne crafted a story that is as much about the mysteries of the human spirit as it is about the mysteries of the sea. Today, Captain Nemo's journey aboard the Nautilus stands as a testament to the power of imagination and the enduring allure of exploration. It is a reminder that there are still frontiers left to explore, that wonder exists in the most remote places, and that the ocean, like life itself, holds secrets that may never fully be understood. As readers continue to dive into Verne's masterpiece, they are invited to embark on their own journeys of discovery, to seek out knowledge, and to embrace the unknown with the same spirit of curiosity and respect that defines Captain Nemo's journey. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea remains a timeless voyage into the heart of mystery, an adventure that invites us to look beyond the surface and into the depths of both the ocean and the human soul.